Our policy obviously is, as a laboratory animal care committee, as the name says, to guarantee the welfare of animals, and we are outraged at any outrage committed against animals, and we do all the best to prevent it.
Research scientists and physicians are of the belief that biomedicine, a branch of medicine that is combined with research in biology, is dependent on animal experimentation. This type of research has been attacked by various animal rights advocates who have cited instances of inhumane treatment of research animals. However, at the University of Buffalo's research laboratory, members of the Lab Animal Care Committee see such instances of animal abuse as the exception rather than the rule. Their concern was voiced following a Channel 17 report featuring an interview with internationally known animal rights advocate Ingrid Newkirk. Her investigation into the practices of an out-of-state university research laboratory resulted in the school having its federal funds withdrawn. Her parting comment to Channel 17 viewers:
we should have a say-so, and if someone tells you you can't see, ask them why, because chances are if they don't let you see, they know that you're not going to like what is behind those closed doors.
We weren't allowed behind those closed doors during experimentation on the animals, nor were we allowed to see any of the primates.
What kind of animals are used in your research, and where do you get them?
At the University of Buffalo, we use a variety of animals. They are mostly considered small laboratory animals, and it goes anywhere from a mouse up to non-human primates, and just about everything in between. The animals are purchased from local or out-of-state suppliers. These are either breeders or licensed dealers. All the animals are purchased under strict regulations from the United States Department of Agriculture. The regulations are enforced by means of site visits by inspectors. Both state and federal inspectors do periodic inspections of all the facilities, and also we are required to submit an annual report.
There are many experiments to use animal in biomedical research in the schools of medicine, pharmacy, dentistry, and in the biology department. There are many projects. There are about 150 different approved projects that they use animals. There are animal models for various human diseases or even for animal diseases.
Do any experiments here at UB have the potential to cause animal pain or suffering?
Some experiments by necessity have to involve discomfort or even pain, for example, when pain is studied as such. The Animal Care Committee is extremely careful to weigh the benefits that arise from such experiments against the suffering of the animal, and wherever possible animals are anesthetized and animals get painkillers after procedures.
You've seen our report on the horrors of an out-of-state university research lab, the bashing of the brains of a primate, a baboon apparently suffering from insufficient anesthesia, non-sterile equipment. What was your reaction to this?
I don't feel that I can take any position to specific cases, but obviously I have to say, as a human being, and also as a human being as we all are, who has committed his life to improving life of other human beings, and any life, that any instance of cruelty to animals is unacceptable to us.
About 2 years ago, we formulated a committee called the Laboratory Animal Care Committee. And that committee consists of some 19 individuals, including our veterinarian for the university, an outside community member who represents the views of the community, as well as a philosopher who's a specialist in ethics. That actual committee has several functions. First of all, to review all proposals for research that are going out from this university. Secondly, to actually oversee what's going on in the labs through inspection, and also to educate individuals, both faculty as well as staff, as to the proper handling and use and humane treatment of animals in research.
And how are you funded?
Most of the research here at the university is funded through federal grants, although that's certainly the majority of it. There's also some state funds, as well as some foundation funding and possibly a small bit of corporate funding.
What kind of experience is required to work on these experiments?
Well, the individual who is working with the animals, they have to have some kind of training in use of animals. They have to know how to handle them properly, how to restrain them. They have to have some feeling for anesthesia and sedatives, and then they have to learn the proper way of collecting specimens from those animals. And we usually, at this university, we have courses that we teach. We teach technicians, graduate students, faculty members about those procedures.
Is there any chance that one day we may find an alternative to using animals in research?
I think that we who are using also animal experimentation are most interested in developing alternatives. I don't think that in the near future we will be able to completely abolish animal experimentation, but we will be able to reduce the number of animals used.
The development of the vaccines and the development of healthcare industry in animal industry is all dependent on the research which is done on animals.
Why do we do research? Obviously to find out the causes of disease and to establish therapy and prevention. And we cannot have progress of biomedical research without animal experimentation. Here in Buffalo, dog experiments were very essential in leading to development of the pacemaker. We have poliomyelitis, we have smallpox that have been eradicated, and all this without animal experimentation would have been completely impossible.